Bear with. We're not online yet, I don't think.
No.
We are online now. Good afternoon, good evening, Merry Christmas, whatever you want to hear. Welcome to... I thought he was going to dive in and say the title then, but he's not.
I'm
welcome to Box Room Talk, our brand new podcast. We had a preview episode on Christmas Eve. This is the first official episode. This will be every Wednesday, 6 p.m, British Standard Time. Every Sunday, 8 p.m. on YouTube, Box Room Talk YouTube. This is our first official episode. And what a best way to start, just before the new year? Conspiracy theories.
Shit everyone up.
Conspiracy theories.
Everything you've ever known.
So, how are you first of all?
I'm all good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, obviously, I'm the obese champ, by the way. I should have introduced us. This is Dead Shots.
Also known as Callum.
Callum. Call me Tubbs if you want. I like that. But yeah. Obviously, can't hear Cal very well. Cal, pull your headset mic down. Pull it out.
Yes!
Can you hear him better now? I don't think your new mic's working very well. But yeah, so obviously I know how you was because I spent Christmas Day with you. Can I turn him up my end? I can give it a go. A bit better, yeah. Nah, he's full on. Oh wait, what's that? He's full on my end. I think. Let's try that. Talk.
Yo.
Yeah, I've turned you up. Sweet. But anyway. Obviously, I know I spent Christmas Day with you, so I know how your Christmas was, but for the audience, how was your Christmas, mate?
Yeah, man, it was alright. Different.
It was.
Very different.
Obviously, Boris said we had to only have 3 households, so your household, which is you, Nathan, Mum.
Yeah.
My household, which is me and Becca, all went round to my uncle's household for dinner, which was my uncle, my auntie and their 2 children. But yeah, it was good. We had a laugh. We've got that video of Nathan.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, singing High School Musical, so that... we're doing a family quiz tomorrow for New Year because we can't spend it together. I am going to try and... Don't say nothing. Oh, you might actually be watching, I don't know.
Oh, no, wait, don't say anything. Well, we've got 10 views. No, I don't think he's on.
And even if he watches it back, it's his own fault and he can't stop me because we're in tier 4, so it's not like he can come round my house. But yeah, we're... that'll be going on the quiz tomorrow, probably right at the end, hopefully, just to embarrass him a bit.
As soon as it's 12 o'clock.
Oh, that's how we go into the new year.
That'd be jokes.
Right, so should we get started, mate, on conspiracies?
Yeah, I'll let you start.
You want me to start? I can begin. 2 seconds.
You do one, I'll do one.
Well, my first one, right, now, and actually, Tank's just started hosting, so I hope Tank's here, because this one, as soon as I saw this conspiracy, it reminded me of Tank. If you are here, Tank, how are you, mate? Hope you have a good Christmas. EA rigged the Super Bowl 2015 to promote Madden 15. So basically, this is where they got the theory from. So EA Sports released a promo trailer for the Super Bowl 49. It was weeks before, literally just weeks before Madden 15 was due to release. So they used Madden 15 and done like a simulated Super Bowl match between the New England Patriots. I'm all good, Tank, I'm all good, thank you, mate. The New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks, which obviously they were going to be playing against each other in the Super Bowl. This simulation predicted that the match would finish 28-24 to the Patriots, which the simulation ended that, and the real match ended that. So
it was kind of like done that to make the game seem realistic.
So now this prediction, sorry, I think I mixed up at the start. So this Madden 15 simulation trailer to advertise the game was before the Super Bowl final. So it was like a prediction. So whatever the simulation went, that's what they predicted. Yeah, it works. We sorted it just for the podcast.
Continue.
But anyway, so as I say, the game predicted 28-24 to the Patriots, which that's how the real result ended, literally when the Super Bowl happened. It was 28-24 to the Patriots.
Kind of making out that it was realistic, that it could predict.
Well, it got bang on. What was even more creepier was the Patriots was losing 24-14 in the simulation in the third quarter. Obviously, I could be saying some of this wrong because I don't know American football at all. But in the third quarter, that's what the simulation of Madden was saying. And they came back from 24-14 on the simulation, and that's exactly what happened in real life as well. So people are saying that to advertise the game, EA rigged the Super Bowl result so it matched with Madden, so people went out and bought Madden as an advertisement. What do you think? Do you think that could be plausible?
To me, that just sounds like a great sales idea.
That's it. I was thinking about this.
Hold on, yeah, but back then, 3 out of 4 years earlier, the Super Bowl was Patriots Seahawks. It was to be expected.
So there's Tank debunking it for us, this whole conspiracy about
There goes an error of the podcast, thanks Tank.
Yeah, cheers Tank. but what my view on it was, Madden is an American football game, but the only EA game I play, and I think it's the same with you maybe, is FIFA. That's the biggest EA game we've got. And
UFC, which is by EA.
Yeah, obviously we... Carry on, sorry.
Neither have kind of had anything like that. I play FIFA more though, so yeah.
Right.
I'd agree with your comment.
See, obviously with FIFA, we know how broken that game is. We know...
Let's not get into it, we'll be here forever.
But we know how broken that game is, and we know how every year, before it even comes out, every year we expect our FIFA's coming out, it's going to be broken. We say it, but guess what we do? We still buy it every year, because that's what and I'm going to guess that is probably the same with Madden. You know what I mean? It sells itself every year because of the kind of the kind of game it is. It applies to so many people. So EA would need a lot of money to fit something like the Super Bowl, because they'd have to bribe a lot of officials. You know what I mean? I don't think EA would spend that kind of money with the know this game's probably just going to sell itself anyway. You know what I mean?
See, from videos that I've seen of Madden, it's a decent game. Like, I can't see much wrong with it. Not as much as FIFA.
Right.
But like I say, I don't know. I look at because I don't understand the rules of American football or anything like that. I look at the graphics and go, that looks good. But if I didn't understand the rules of football or anything, I'd look at FIFA and go, that's amazing, that is.
See, before, because I will ask you in a sec, Tank, what conspiracy you've got for us before we move on to our next one. But I think it was Tank who actually told me when he first jumped into my stream what Madden was. Because a game like Madden, I thought it was some like Fable game, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden he's like, no, it's an American football game, mate. I'm just like, oh wow, like, that's how little I know about this game. I thought it was going to be like some fantasy stuff, man.
Yeah, I don't care about the game, I just care about the money and sell itself, because there's no other football game like it. Yeah, like, obviously, going on to FIFA again, Laura's got a point there, because FIFA kind of sells itself because PES is shit. Like, PES has got good graphics and stuff like that, but the gameplay is awful.
The only thing PES had going for it
was the Beckham.
For many years was Beckham.
And now he's FIFA.
Now he's FIFA, you know what I mean? So, you know, Tank, you said you got one for us. Oh, hey, whatever team Drake supports ends up losing in the playoffs. It's not just American football. There was quite a few things happen, weren't there, where Drake would turn up to something and
he had the Man United top on at the Manchester Derby a couple of years ago.
And they lost. Yeah, we've heard that. Yeah, Drake's a curse. I mean, his music's not the best in my opinion anyway. He's not his biggest fan. I prefer his old stuff. But yeah, Drake is a curse.
With Drake supporting anyone, his fans don't realise that he don't actually love that club. Because he only loves his bed and his mama.
I'm on the gin.
Drake is just bad luck. I agreed, but he makes bangers, so I'll let him enjoy it.
Just because that's just because Cal wishes he called him through his cell phone.
When the hotline bling.
Sorry, I'm just making myself a gin and coke. I don't usually have coke, I usually have lemonade, but I thought, fuck it. It's kind of flavoured gin anyway, you know what I mean?
What you got for Christmas?
Yep. Oh.
But, yeah, FIFA kind of sells itself. EA games, like, I'm not the proudest to admit how I know about Madden. Because I know about Madden because of Logan Paul.
Oh, wow.
Which isn't a proud moment.
I thought I had a straw in here, so I'm just going to struggle to drink out that glass.
Oh, off your mask, that's mad.
Beck,
face reveal.
If you know where your metal straw is, may you deliver it to me, please, if you've got... if you can. And I will do the OBS, knock my mic down. Oh, boom. So, here's one for your conspiracy, mate.
Mine.
Yeah.
Or tanks.
Yours.
Okay. Right. Mine is also American based.
Oh.
My first one. And it's about the NBA draft. Right.
Stop.
I don't really know much about the NBA as it is.
Yeah.
All I know is the Lakers are the best. And rest in peace, Kobe. And big up the Boston Celtics. I like them too. But in 1985, Commissioner David Stern, was doing the picks, announcing the picks for the NBA draft.
Yeah.
And there was this one kid called Patrick Ewing. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Ewing, maybe. He was the star of the drafts. Like through all the stages of it, he was number one.
Right.
And so, as you may have guessed, every team was fighting over him. Every team wanted him in that, like, as their pick. And the New York Knicks were struggling in the season just before that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they needed a star player because they were shit, and I mean shit. So it was kind of weird because they done so bad, and then it was magical how they got the first pick in the draft.
Yeah. It's almost
It's almost as if it was set. So obviously they got the first pick after Commissioner David Stern picked a creased envelope.
Right.
There's some people who said it was creased. There's some people who said that it was whacked in a freezer beforehand, and the Knicks still suck. Yeah. Some people say that it was whacked in a freezer beforehand.
Yeah.
So that the envelope was colder, so David Stern knew which one to pick. So he picked up that. New York Knicks got the star man, Patrick Ewing. But there's been many people afterwards who worked as backstage staff at the event, saying that it was fixed, it was put in a freezer, or they had to do this to the envelope, or tell David Stern what envelope to pick, because it all just seemed way too surreal for them.
But it is easily staged. There was one very similar. Tank, you said you sent me one from Instagram. All I've got on Instagram, the last message I got off you off Instagram, is a picture of Tank's got a very cute puppy.
It cut out. I do apologise.
What cut out?
Me mic.
Tank's got a very cute puppy, and he sent me a picture just before Christmas actually, of his really cute puppy, and that's the last message I got off you, mate. So it ain't come through yet if you have sent me a conspiracy, mate, but as soon as it comes through we'll talk about it. But yeah.
Is it a new puppy? Did he get it for Christmas? Or is he
I haven't received no video, mate.
6 puppies!
Yeah. You've also got like 3 cats, haven't you? But anyway, that's the topic. As soon as it comes through, Tank, I'll have a look, mate.
But yeah, it all just seemed too surreal for the Knicks to get the first pick after such a terrible season. She's bossy today, isn't she?
She just wants it to be perfect for us. But anyway, I remember there was something like that in, was it a obviously this was going back before I was massive on football. Just lately, even Beck turned around to me and went, "You're really getting into football lately."
Because you've been watching the Villa games and stuff, ain't you?
I've been watching everything. I've proper got, it's FIFA. FIFA gets you back into football, because I followed the Villa, but I sort of stopped 3 dogs, 3 cats and 6 puppies. Two of our dogs had kids together. There you go. He's got his own little zoo.
Shit, like Jesus.
But yeah, Beck was on about, and I am getting into football a lot more again. So this, I could be wrong when I talk about this, but I'm sure there was a conspiracy very similar to what you was just saying about a Champions League draw, or it was a cup game draw, and you know, when they picked the balls and what each number equals what team, and they picked 2 numbers and it was just like so like surreal that these 2 teams, I can't remember the 2 teams, it's just very vague in my head. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, comment in the chat, because you probably know more than me. Ginger, if you're still sticking around, you probably know kind of what I'm talking about. But obviously these 2 teams drew each other to play in this cup, and everyone was like, hold on, this seems too surreal that it just so happens them 2 draw each other. So that's very similar to this NBA moment, I'm guessing.
Yeah, as I say, you saying you're getting into football a lot as well. Like, enjoy it whilst you can, because it looks like we're going to lose it again very soon, but I
don't know, I mean, what upsets me, right, with this whole football situation is it is great, football's back, and I don't see it going anywhere. But what is, obviously, if, like you know, and people don't know me who's watching, my partner works in theatres, and the fact that football is put as more a priority over the arts, I kind of disagree with. Now, before you start arguing, listen to my point. Football at the moment, because you can't have fans, can't do anything without the arts, because who's filming them games? Who's queuing the crowd noises onto your telly and pressing the button when there's for the cheer for someone's score? It's the arts. You need.
Have you watched the stream? They're shit at pressing the button.
but you know what I mean. And the fact that our government can sit there and go, we don't need the arts, but we need football. At the end of the day, football is once, twice a week. You watch telly every single day of your life. I don't care who you are. People go, well, I don't watch telly that much. You chat shit, yeah. You're in a lockdown. No, you're in a lockdown, yeah. Obviously, you might be on Twitch and whatever. Which Twitch, what we're doing now is arts, and you're not taking seriously. You're just not taking seriously. Was it when City drew Liverpool and everyone said it was a fix how they kept drawing English teams together? It could be, Josh. Yeah, that could be a good shout. I think that might be what I was on about. But as I say,
football is only enough to have a few months off. I agree, but it's not about them, it's about me. I can't go another 4 months without my football.
I'm enjoying, that's it. I'm enjoying watching the football, but we need, and to be fair, I hope you don't mind me, but this channel's good to promote it, my own channel, whatever. We need to get the arts back, because this is a shit time. We've gone, and I was saying to Beck, because we've just been shopping and we was just walking back, and I was saying, all I've got to do now is go another 24 hours without getting COVID, and then I'm 12 months COVID free. You know what I mean? That's an Xbox achievement.
That's a good point.
You know what I mean?
Those little sparkly things that
That's it. I'm one of the people that's not got it. You got an like, thanks, Lapolga.
Thanks, he's just mugged you off.
What? He subscribed for 3 months.
You're better at talking about.
Oh, I've just seen that. Yeah, you have got. He's got a point though, and I think he was talking to you, to be honest. Did you?
Not me, man.
Mate, you should have been online with us. You should have saw us last night. We was playing pro clubs, and he was doing shit, man. I got man of the match twice. I was doing quite sick, but he was doing shit.
I'm joking.
But yeah, I just think, yeah, we need the arts back, because you watch telly every day and that's the arts. That's what's kept so many people. Netflix, stuff like that, it's kept people going through these lockdowns, so we need to support that, we need to back that.
I agree. I do agree. I say, I think it's going to be a while till we get in-house arts back, like obviously your Broadway and stuff like that. It's going to be a while till we get that back now.
Right.
Because it's going to be a long time until we can have fans back in the stadium again. I know we started to take that step a couple of weeks back, but look how quickly it got shut down.
Well, yeah. I don't get notifications for you for some reason. Just finished washing up and saw you on. I was supposed to do the washing up. Just been shopping. Was supposed to come back, do the washing up. Forgot to buy washing up liquid. But anyway, my next conspiracy, I want to ask you a question first, Cal. Right. What do you know about the Beatles?
They crossed the road and sung Yellow Submarine.
Okay. How many?
They've got a bar in Liverpool that is great.
They don't own the bar.
No, but they've got a bar. It's a Beatles bar where they perform.
I need to get in the 6 o'clock schedules. As I say, Lapolga, my streams have been all over the place, mate. So I've had a lot of issues with. I've had a lot of issues with streaming, so I've had to take a break until I can financially fix these issues, basically. Some football teams, basketball teams are allowing fans to come to the games in person.
Brad's funny.
Brothers. But anyway, how many Beatles are there? Or was there, should we say?
4.
And how many are dead?
2.
Ha, that's what you think. So, we all know George Harrison, John Lennon are dead. Yep. So that leaves Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr alive. Ringo Starr, you might know him as Thomas the Tank Engine.
I wouldn't have known him of that, but okay.
He voiced Thomas the Tank? You didn't know that? Oh well. But
mate, I was a sophisticated kid. I never watched Thomas the Tank. I was more like a noddy kid, mate.
But conspiracy, and I think a lot of the people viewing right now will know what I'm going to say, because it's a massive conspiracy. This is Paul McCartney died in a car crash in 1966.
Proof.
Yeah.
Prove it.
So, apparently the theory goes that there was an argument in the recording studio. Paul McCartney stormed out, had a car crash and died.
Yeah.
Right. And they've got a look-alike to replace him. That's the theory. Apparently if you listen to a part of the White Album number 9.
Okay.
Yeah. If you listen to a part of it backwards, it says, "Turn me on, dead man," which was supposed to be a reference to Paul McCartney dying somehow. But the biggest one was in the Abbey Road.
Hold on. Yo, that's muggy.
What?
Look at your chat.
bastard.
Oh God.
Can I get back to my serious conspiracy, Paul? You're in here 5 minutes, for fuck's sake.
That's mad. I changed it went from, yeah, I do think this idol, icon, celebrity is dead. Look at me belly!
Paul, your stream banged last night. But the biggest, the biggest one, yeah, I've clipped it. The biggest one was on the Abbey Road cover.
That's the one where they're walking across the street, isn't it?
Yes. So the 4 of them are walking across the zebra crossing on Abbey Road. Abbey Road's where their record studio was. I don't know if I have been. I've been to a lot of, I can't remember. But anyway, so a lot of people say it's to represent a funeral, right? So at the front, and I wish I could get it up, but I don't think I can. Or without, could I get? We don't need to. So
I know what one you're on.
Yeah. So at the front, you've got John Lennon. He's wearing all white. Obviously, we all know John Lennon looked like Jesus anyway. But at the front, he's wearing all white, and he's supposed to be the holy man. He is like, you know. Standing behind him, you got Ringo Starr. He's wearing all black. He's the Undertaker. Yeah. At the back, you've got George Harrison. He's wearing denim. He's wearing a denim shirt, denim jeans. He's the working class man. He is the grave digger. In the middle, you've got Paul McCartney, who's barefoot and out of step with every other person. He is the corpse.
Oh, you know what? I was just about to say exactly what Becca's just said. Maybe they was just terrible at dressing themselves, and no offence to the Beatles or any Beatles fans or anything, I don't think they're smart enough to come up with that.
Are you stupid?
I think they was good at writing songs and singing them. I don't think they was good at the
Beatles. The Beatles were amazing. John Lennon. If John Lennon was still around now, I think socialism would be a bigger thing. They had so much power because of who they were, and they had so much influence on everyone. They were amazing. And I don't believe this. I believe the Paul McCartney we see now, that is a fact. They were all drug addicts. Like, everyone knows they was always on the wacky backy.
See, that could be anything for me, because on my screen it's just four stars.
What's 4 stars? Cal.
Yeah.
What's 4 stars?
Brad's comment, it just says smacked off there, 4 stars on Bugger Sugar.
My next wage says they were smacked off their tits on Bugger Sugar.
See, that can be anything for me.
It was the
4-letter words.
It was the 60s. What band was not on drugs in the 60s? You know what I mean? That's just like saying, oh, I went to a sweet shop and didn't buy anything with sugar. You know what I mean?
I reckon everyone was smacked off the head in the 60s.
Exactly. I don't think Paul McCartney's dead, but this is the conspiracy I'm reading to you. Furthermore, so yeah, Paul McCartney was the corpse. In Strawberry Fields Forever, which have I been to? I know I've been to Strawberry Fields. I can't remember the places I went to on the Beatles, like little tour with Nan and Grandad.
Never been, so couldn't.
Well, what band hasn't been on drugs since the 60s? That's a good point. But in Strawberry Fields Forever, because obviously for Christmas I bought Becca a record player, so if I bought this album, we could probably test this out, right? In Strawberry Fields Forever, it's believed that John Lennon says, "I buried Paul." Yeah?
I don't know. That just seems a bit too bait.
John Lennon later come out and claimed he didn't say that. He said cranberry sauce.
I buried Paul, cranberry sauce. Mate, don't even go. It sounded like.
Don't I spoil you? Wow. Now, I had this because obviously when I was researching all these, obviously Becca was there. I was talking to her. Yeah, I got Becca a record player. She loves it. That's what she asked for. Bluetooth and everything. Mate, vinyl, you cannot beat vinyl. The sound is so perfect. But anyway, but yeah, so something I said to Becca was, if you're singing about a strawberry field, why are you going to say cranberry sauce?
Why are you also going to say buried Paul?
Good point.
Like, yeah, I'm walking through these strawberry fields. Oh, by the way, I buried this in cranberry sauce.
Oh,
Right?
shit.
See you later. You don't go.
Well, do you want to do your last conspiracy? Listen to it. It says I buried Paul, but does it?
Say.
Yeah, it's a Bluetooth record player, so you can play vinyl, but you can also connect your phone through Bluetooth. Oh, it's brilliant. Looks like a suitcase. Amazon, mate. Sorted.
No way does he say cranberry sauce. Yeah, but
I'm sure there's
I
one.
ain't buying it.
I'm sure there's one as well where apparently if you play it backwards it says Paul is dead or I'm sorry Paul or something along them lines.
Hold on, I think Becca's just put the lyrics in the chat. Strawberry. I'm sorry, that sounds like a shit song anyway.
That's it. Strawberries, cranberry sauce.
Over and over again.
It's like you had this, but of course the debate. It's like you had the one where what is it? Something in the sky of diamonds. Oh, if you know the song I'm on about? What is it? Something in the sky of diamonds. But anyway, so I was kidding, Cal. What's the song I'm thinking? Oh, I've got to YouTube this.
Lucy in the sky.
Lucy in the sky of diamonds. Lucy in the sky of diamonds.
Don't look at your chat. I'm good. I knew that.
Right. Now, a lot of people think that song is about crystal meth or cocaine. It's about, I want to say crystal meth because of the word diamonds, but it could be coke. But anyway, a lot of people think it's about that. The lyrics in that is just about being stoned and stuff like that. But the Beatles claim they wrote the song after it was either John Lennon or Paul McCartney's child drew a picture of diamonds in the sky or something along them lines. And they tried to go, oh no, we just wrote this song after a picture our child LSD, Lucy Sky Diamonds.
With the Beatles.
Well, so yeah, why didn't I think LSD? But yeah, so they tried to claim, oh no, it was just a painting that our child painted. It's nothing to do with LSD, but see, Lucy is the name of a girl one of their kids had a crush on. See, this is why I'm glad I do this live, because this is one I haven't researched. I was just talking shit, and they're correcting me as I go along. It's great.
Oh my god! Oi, Laura's actually smashed it.
I just said that Lucy Sky Diamonds.
Yeah, but it wasn't until I was reading.
But that's it. It's. But everyone knows the songs about LSD. They were all stoners. A lot of the Beatles songs were written while they were seeing rainbows. I'm sorry, someone that is not on drugs cannot create. Have you ever watched the film Yellow Submarine?
No, I've heard the song though.
You've never watched the film Yellow Submarine?
No.
It's amazing.
I'm not into it like that, so.
It is amazing. It's such a good film. It's one of the films that if you was off your rocker on drugs, mate, you'd be like, you'd think you was hallucinating. That's how weird this film is. And you cannot tell me that someone who is not on drugs can make a film like that. They were definitely on drugs. It's like, you know the song Eleanor Rigby. Look at all the lonely people. Eleanor Rigby died in the church where a wedding had been. No? Well, anyway, they sang this song Eleanor Rigby, and Paul McCartney claims that I think it was the name on a shop he saw that was Eleanor Rigby, and he just wrote this song. Now, it just so happens that in the church in Liverpool, not far from where Paul McCartney grew up, there's a grave that says Eleanor Rigby.
Mad.
And it was just coincidence. I know, imagine not knowing Beatles songs. It's the Beatles.
Well, I know more than one, but off my head, I know Yellow Submarine, and I changed the lyrics to that. So,
have you not watched the film Yesterday? Which, my opinion, is a fucking...
With that geezer from EastEnders.
Well, that's a Beatles... Yesterday's a Beatles song, and you just sung it, so you know it. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away.
Yeah, that one. But I couldn't sing the whole song to you.
Love, love me do. You know I love you. You're telling me you do not know? Oh my god, this kid needs educating. It's the Beatles, man. You gotta love the Beatles. They were legends, mate. They were legends.
Yesterday, and a lot of people think, oh, he stole some iconic songs. Mate, I'm just thinking about as if you're gonna let some geezer from EastEnders beat you in a singing contest.
You know what?
What are you playing at?
This is nothing against our American friends, but they got the king of rock. They got Elvis, the legend Elvis Presley. They got him. So I am so thankful that the biggest band, and I will say the biggest band to ever exist, the Beatles, were British. They got the king of rock and roll. We got the band. We got the Beatles. They were British. That's fair.
You said not to offend the American viewers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you a question now. Linked in with music. What's better, English music or British music, or American music right now?
Go on, chap. Tell us what do you prefer and a reason why. Me, it depends.
Right now.
It depends. If I'm listening, we need dramas. Right, here we go. So, rap music. A lot of the rap music, a lot of the American rappers I listen to is Eminem. That's it. I listen to it. I'm not my son. I listen to like Stormzy and stuff. They're the British ones. But
apart from Stormzy, Britain is. England has kind of got no one else.
See, American, because Tank was raised, and I'm sort of with Brad. Obviously, mine and Brad age, obviously there's a year between me and Brad, we're very similar ages. I was raised, I weren't raised because Mum never listened to it, but having Nathan as a brother, right?
Yeah.
all me and Nathan would listen to growing up, or all Nathan would listen to growing up, was the likes of your 50 Cent, your Eminem, your Tupac, your Notorious Big. So I listened to all of them. They were class. I still listen to them now because they're class. As we got older, I remember in high school, right? In high school, I'd come home. Snoop, Dre, 50, Jay-Z. Not massive on Jay-Z, personally. But as I got... Barbie Girl was the one. As we got older, and this is reminiscing for you now, bro. I'd get home from school, and if Nathan was in, I guarantee, on Sky's music channels, there was a channel called, I think it was first called Channel U, and then it rebranded to Channel AKA, and it used to have UK Gold, and it was all UK rappers basically, and it's where N-Dub's got their big break. So that's it. I'm coming home, I'm listening to like N-Dub's, I'm listening to Chipmunk, Tinchy Strider, Tiny. That was the, and that's how you grew up, like. Channel U, yeah.
As Nathan got older and you got older, and I was just growing up as well. That it used to be standing in the living room dancing about to N-Dub.
Don't embarrass us.
Tiny and Chip.
Yeah, but it's like, but that's it. And but as I got older, obviously, like any little brother, my music taste was Nathan's music taste, because all I wanted to be Nathan. Of course you did. That's what you do as a little brother. And it wasn't until I got a bit older in high school that I started realising I've got my own music taste. So I listen to anything. I'll listen to rap music. I'll listen to dance music. I'll listen to music from the 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. I listen to it all. I listen to rock music, and like Becca and Laura, they were raised on rock music. And Becca, we're going to see her next year. Becca's just got me into a German band.
I was his hero.
Prick. Becca's just got me into this German band called Rammstein, and we're going to see him next year.
British band's killing it.
Yeah, I agree. But look,
hold on. Staying on the topic of rap, obviously you say you had a lot of the same favourite artists as Nathan and stuff like this. I think me and Nathan only really share interest in one artist, and because we both have different opinions.
Yeah, but I think as I've got older, obviously I'm in the middle of you and Nathan. So if you don't know us, Nathan's older than me, Cal's younger than me. I'm the middle brother out the three of us. We have got more brothers, but I'm the middle one out of us three. And I think you and Nathan have got more in common with music than me. You know what I mean? So I will happily listen to sorry, I choked on my beer. I will happily listen to like 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, where you like try and stick to your R&B, and it's like I listen to a band now that Becca's got me into, which we're going to see, Rammstein. They're a German band. They've only got one song in English. Every other song is in German. Right? Right. When I tell you, these people, Beck say emo, and well know the bands she's not on about. Yo, the Rammstein released a song called Deutschland. Rammstein did release a song called Deutschland. It's 10 minutes long. It's class.
10 minutes long song.
Come on. If you,
I get bored.
If Nathan knows, oh, you're a twat. You're a twat. You baited me so hard. Rammstein, whatever you want to call it, Polga. I call it Ramstein because I'm common as fuck. It might be Ramstein, I don't care. But mate, when I tell you, yeah, these guys are tapped in the head. Becca showed me clips of this band's concerts, right? One clip was their keyboard player. He's playing the keyboard while running on a treadmill while they're tipping hot embers over him.
See, to me, that just sounds like a lot of pointless things.
They ended one of their concerts with what they call the dick cannon, where they literally sit on a giant dick and it drives across the front of the stage and spunks on the audience.
Well, you got beer from Carl. I had one left, but that is my side of that. Obese got me for Christmas.
But anyway, and it rides across and it spunks on the audience.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? Mate, they're tapped.
Similar to a couple of years ago when I went to see McBusted. And at the end of the show, some massive tits came down. And for a 14-year-old, mate, I was amazed.
But as I say, we were supposed to go this year to see them, but it got cancelled because of Corona. Jess calling you. Alright, it's Ramstein. My bad. Fuck off.
But like right now,
that's the only English song, yeah. Oh, the English song, yeah. It literally goes, and excuse my language, I'll sing a bit to you right now. It goes, you got a pussy, I got a dicker, so what's the problem? Let's do it quick.
Bro, can you imagine if someone like Harry Styles released that song?
Mate, but
it'd be a madness.
But that's it, but they're awesome. Honestly, yeah, so we're going to see it next year, and we had the option when we was looking for the tickets of a standing ticket in the fire zone, they called it. What the fuck's the fire zone? That tells me that I'm going to go and watch this band. That tells me that I'm going to go and watch this band and I'm going to come out with no fucking eyebrows. You know what I mean? That's what it tells me. Mate, they're mental.
Well, yeah, I think obviously my taste in music changes quite a lot because I'll listen to your flipping Eminem and your Snoop and your Tupac, your Biggie and stuff like this. But I also, a lot of my music comes from America that I listen to because I listen to your Drake, your Juice WRLD, the best up and coming artist right now, the Kid Laroi.
You can't even diss. You can't even diss Westlife. Westlife are fucking class. Westlife are class and Boyzone class. Take that, class.
I have bad memories. We take that, like bad memories.
Oh, did Robbie turn you down or something?
No, my year 6 leaving assembly, the worst time of my life. Obviously you sing a song. You had a year 6 leaving assembly, didn't you?
Yeah, I think. I can't remember. Yeah. I'm 24 now. You know what I mean?
You have a song that you all sing, and ours was never forget.
Yeah, where you're coming from. But anyway.
So I'm stood there singing away, and next thing I know, I look up, and mother and another kid I went to school with.
Oh mate, don't say your mum's a paedophile.
Yeah, the kid next to me goes, "Is that your mum?" I had to put my head down and go, "Nope."
Does it pan when you poo?
It was embarrassing, man. It scars me to this day. I hear the song.
You've got a slight problem, by the way.
I've got.
If you've been watching, Pulga's already cashed it in. I've already done it once.
Is he on about that? Or is it 10k for my request?
Well, you shouldn't have gone off because I've done it once.
You had 10k.
Well, yeah, Bulga gathered 10k because he actually watches my streams, not like my brother.
I got another 9k. Wait, how does he get points? How does he get points?
Because Bulga's always in there. But anyway, but yeah, I listen to all sorts of music. I went through my panic at the. I went through my emo stage where I had the long hair. You know what I mean. And Panic at the Disco. I still love Brendan Urie. Brendan Urie hits. I think it's 12 octaves, which means he's a fucking awesome singer, basically.
I've got 16k. Go on, Beck. Go on, Beck. You've got this. Well, Nathan, go on.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
Oh, Tank's got 13.4. This is.
Jesus.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Bastards. Absolute bastards. Anyway, your next conspiracy, Cal.
Right, yeah. We kind of got off topic, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
My next conspiracy is also to do with sports.
Okay.
And it's to do with Brazilian Ronaldo, great player. Ronaldo number 9. And the 1998 World Cup final. So, Brazil was playing France in the World Cup final.
Yeah.
And obviously Ronaldo, star of the tournament, obviously. He was one of the best players in the world.
This is Fat Ronaldo, innit?
Huh?
This is Fat Ronaldo, innit?
Yeah, number 9.
Yeah.
And he was removed from the starting lineup. He was removed from the team 72 minutes before the kickoff.
Mm-hmm.
Which obviously is also going to be a massive. Hold on, why the fuck ain't he in the team? He's just got us to this position. Why ain't he in the team?
Yeah.
And so people questioned at the start, and then was put back into the team sheet 15 minutes before kickoff. People who worked closely with obviously Brazil and stuff like that, and the final itself, said that he had a fit before kickoff, and that's why he was moved from the team sheet.
Right.
Some people say it could have been epilepsy. Some people could say it was stress or drugs.
2 seconds. I've got to finish this gin and coke.
Let me know when you're ready. I've got to switch the stream off because it's behind massively on mine.
Fucking hell. Absolute bastard.
Back.
Pardon me. Pardon me. God. Right.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Proceed, Callum, sorry.
Yeah. I don't think you should, Beck. Shut the fuck up.
Yes, we should. We should.
No,
Yeah, do that.
This is your channel. I have nothing to do with it.
Fucking hell.
Right, can I continue?
My problem is I always make them really strong as well. Sorry, carry on.
Right, some people said it was epilepsy, some people said it was stress.
Yeah.
And some people said he was drugged. So like spiked. But it comes like he got put back in the team 15 minutes before kickoff and played an absolute blinder. It was like nothing had happened to him.
Yeah.
It was original Ronaldo. So obviously people was like, well, why was he taken out of the squad then if he's that good? Like,
Yeah.
nothing's wrong with him. Obviously, Brazil went on to win that game. Obviously, and people obviously continued to ask questions over the years of why was he taken out the team, like because no answer was given. Why then was he put back into the team if something was wrong with him? And how did he have like an amazing game? Some people said he was made to play, even through after having a fit. Some people said who made him play that game? Was it Nike because of his sponsorship deal?
Right.
They say, listen, no matter what happens, you have to play that for your sponsorship deal. Was it the country? Like, did something happen and they was like, yeah, but we've got to win this, so you need to play. So it's a lot of unanswered questions at the moment because after people asked the questions and no one was getting answers, everyone kind of just went, fuck this shit, what's the point?
Yeah. T. Oh, sorry, T. I finished your Christmas present. Thanks, mate. So, do you believe he had his fit?
Well, I've watched highlights of that game, obviously, when I was doing research. I don't think he had a fit.
No.
I think nothing was wrong with him because he looked like class.
Surely it's got to be something to do with he's got to have been picked for the squad because they can't bring him on if he ain't in the squad. He's got to have been on the bench.
Well, this is the thing. He was in the starting 11.
Right.
And then
all of a sudden he was starting on the bench.
Just before kick-off, he was taken out and replaced. Wasn't on the bench or anything like that. So he was out of the matchday squad completely.
Right.
And then 15 minutes beforehand, he'd been put back into the starting 11 again. So it wasn't even like they...
See you later, Ginge.
Right, I'm off, catch you later. Sound. So it wasn't even like they took him out the starting 11 and put him on the bench due to illness or... He was literally just completely wiped out and then chucked back in again.
But like...
So it's one of those, like, you wouldn't see that, or we don't see that anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know football. Like, I couldn't imagine sitting there watching a game and Jack Grealish being removed from the starting 11 and then put back in just before kick-off.
Yeah.
As a fan, I'd be fuming.
But it's like, I mean, if he had a fit, he wouldn't be in the squad no matter what. But do you think it could have been a tactic where, obviously, the famous saying super sub, they wanted him to be the super sub?
But surely they would have put him onto the bench then?
But maybe they wanted to make more of a big deal of it?
Maybe. I say, you never really know, because Brazil are flipping madheads anyway. They've always been that international team where they can have a shit team. They could have Neymar injured, Firmino and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No one could be playing for them. Could be their kids, yet people are still scared because their fucking under twos are amazing.
Yeah.
They could all flipping nutmeg rainbow flicky and volley half to the net.
I don't know, it's just
I say everyone grows up wanting to be a Brazilian footballer. Your Ronaldinhos and shit like this.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't get the gain they get doing it, if that's true, you know what I mean? If he actually, unless he actually, it's all true, and he actually had a fit and then suddenly recovered and managed to play and stuff like that, why would you make something like that up? You don't gain anything.
Exactly, like, he was taken out of the team, he was put back in, you went on to win it. At no point he's proved there. Like, there's no, this happened, yet he's still bad at you. Like,
You're just
No one
proving.
expected France to win that anyway.
Well, that's it. You're just proving that a guy can have a fit and still go and bang a football match. You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure they won the game like 4-2. I may be wrong, and I'm pretty sure he got 3 of the 4 goals.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's a
it.
class game.
Well, we've got about an hour left of this stream, bro.
Yeah, man.
We've got this one subject to talk about, which I think
Wah.
is going to be a deep subject, right? But before we go on to it, is there anybody in the chat that has their own conspiracy theories that we can debate? You've got the moon landings. The moon landings is a good one. Did they happen?
Hold on, let me check who's still in there.
You know, some people believe that the moon doesn't even exist. They think it's a hologram. Like someone's getting their projector screen out every night and shining it in the sky.
Nah. Because I still see the moon in the daytime. That's some good projector.
That's because they forgot to turn it off.
They fell to sleep with it on. Jesus Christ.
But, so do you believe in glitches in the Matrix?
Sometimes.
Do you believe?
Certain things.
Do you believe in aliens?
I don't like the word aliens.
Oh,
I believe
chat.
there's something.
Do you believe in aliens?
I believe there's something out there because we can't be the only ones. But I don't believe in calling them aliens because I don't think they are what we see as aliens.
The North
Like,
Korea leader
like,
using body doubles. Ah, the North Korea leader. I'm gonna be.
Kim Jong-un, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
North
he's
Korea is great. Are you right? Are you dumb?
No, he's doing a KSI. All hail Kim Jong-un, great leader. Discussing it over some.
Oh, I have never heard that.
We are never, ever, ever getting back together.
Oh, they're never getting back together because she's run him over, so they can't get back together because he's dead.
Yo, what car was they driving, bro?
Oh, that's man. But on about North Korea, I'm gonna be nice to you now, right?
Me?
And Becca's gonna batter me when I come off stream. We've got this quiz tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah.
All I'm saying, do your research on North Korea.
Shit.
Or watch the Sidemen. But Harry Styles and Taylor Swift doing a hit and run. Mate,
trying to think of
I've never ever heard.
songs that was about Harry Styles by Taylor Swift was back when Harry was in 1D.
But no, because Harry Styles never got with Taylor Swift. It was Noel. Well, it
It
Niall.
was Harry Styles, you donut.
I thought it was Niall.
Niall got with Ellie Goulding, and that's why Ed Sheeran wrote Don't, because it was about Ellie Goulding shagging Niall.
Yeah, but that proved to be fake, then it's like you know Lewis Capaldi. Lewis Capaldi is the funniest singer on the planet.
He's amazing.
Yeah, but you know
See him live, not even for his music.
Luke-
Jokes.
is it Paige from Love Island who used to date him?
Yes.
She claimed that. Which song is it? Now the day bleeds into night.
Into nightfall.
Is it that one?
And you're not.
Someone you used to love?
Through it all.
Or is it Bruises? One of Lewis Capaldi's songs, anyway, she claimed was about her, and he come out to turn around and went, no, it fucking weren't. He went,
It's about me nan.
he said, it's about me dead. Pardon me, it's that fucking challenge making me burp. He went, it's about my dead nan. But he did admit it was. There was another song. Yeah, I believe in aliens. Ancient civilizations suggest the extinction of extraterrestrials. Yeah, I can't read that word. It's too long and I've had a drink. With their stories of gods arriving in chariots of light. Nah, it's not, because she was talking about it to me today. All these civilizations across seas that could have crossed discussing the same theories given them by these gods. But that's it. Here's a theory, right, Cal? You've got 40 people, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Say, I've got a bullshit button. Anyway, I put this bullshit button in a box. I have these 40 people come in, one by one, look in the box. Then they have to describe what's in the box without actually saying what it is, yeah? I guarantee you, every single person uses different words to describe what's in the box, yes?
Okay.
Right. So the theory Becca's trying to say is that with the chariots of fire is there are people all over the world in ancient times that literally come out and said, I had a message come down from people in chariots of fire saying this, in layman's terms. They didn't actually say that, but this is me talking, abbreviating. How?
I can just imagine it. An alien come down, stepping off a massive spaceship. Yo, Sarah, this is fucking
But you know, so how? As I say, you've got all these people with a button, explaining it different. How are they all explaining it the same all over the world about these chariots of fire? Also, yeah, me and Ginge have this argument all the time because he don't believe in aliens. Pyramids. What do you know about the pyramids?
They're pointy. Don't sit on them.
Now, with the pyramids of Giza in Egypt are built on true north despite the fact that people who built them had no concept that true north was conclusion. Mad alien things built the triangle buildings. Right, so I'll start, this is what I was going to say, I'll start off basic. Okay, you can invent cranes and stuff made out of wood, even though there's no historical proof that they did invent cranes to build the pyramids, but each brick in the pyramid a man's not lifting, you know what I mean, by himself, or you'd need a shitload of blokes to lift it and carry it, or women. I'm a feminist, women as well, but I was just
also, how did humans move those fucking bricks?
Exactly. Humans, that's the word I should have been looking for. My bad, I apologise. But you know what I mean? They couldn't. Okay, maybe they did invent wooden cranes and stuff, which Nathan claims. Fair enough, they built these pyramids. But the pyramids line up with, I'm sure, the Don give me Gunga, the Easter Island statues, I'm sure they're in line with it as well. And there's a few other stuff that are all in a straight line with True North. We had no compass, we had no we don't even have clocks or anything, something that would work out time. How did they build that shit back then?
He can't tie his shoelaces, but he can fuck your bitch. I'm sorry. It needed to be said.
But you know what I mean? Stonehenge, yeah, is so perfectly built, and people go, well, they obviously carried these rocks so far. How are they getting them rocks in the ground? How are they carrying them rocks and getting it so perfect like that? It's not happening.
You know what?
It's aliens.
I am not. No.
Aliens.
I agree with a lot of stuff of your pyramids and shit like that could be done by aliens.
Yeah.
Stonehenge is just a shitty little fucking some rocks dug in the ground. There's no point to it. It's just people fucking about. That was done by humans.
Count, will you entertain our audience while I quickly run to the toilet?
I can do. Hold on. Stonehenge built by Druids also wore hoods on their ninth eyeball. Sounds like a lot of roadmen in Gornal, that does. To make their heads look a normal shape. That sounds like T. So yeah. I'm no good at this, exactly why I don't stream. So I'm just gonna sit here chatting shit. Yeah. Villa are 5th. 6th, we love in life. I'm shit at this. Obese has gone for a piss. Get your ears out then. Can't see him. Can't see him, yeah, it's too long. So yeah. Obese has gone for... you know what? I'm going to start releasing music. I am. It's my new life goal. It's a long piss. You might be having a shit. Maybe having a shit. We don't know who we... But I'm going to start releasing music. My new life goal. I'm going to become the next Stormzy, the next Drake, the next Kid Laroi. That's going to be me. Watch this space. He's fat.
Hey?
What?
What are you chatting?
Nothing.
Has he bored you all? It's a long piss. Mate, you're not making me down my drink.
Oh, I was just telling them that my new life goal, I'm going to start releasing music. Sick. And my dad's going to go in.
Alright, Cal didn't know your dad didn't have legs. It's something.
That was a dig at my dad. Oh shit.
Your dad's got legs that just don't work.
Yeah, but my mate say that he's got no legs.
Nah, Brad, I've never spoke about your dad to Cal, so he didn't understand that, mate. Yeah.
I just thought you was violating me.
Nah. But yeah, so.
That's fucked.
You're a prick.
That is fucked.
You're an absolute prick.
Oh shit.
It's alright, it's finished shit. I've got half left.
Because there's half left, you need to start it and then finish it. That's mad. Can I just tell you something? You've just been bossed about by a Wolves fan. How do you feel? Oh god.
Pardon me. Josh, you're a bell bag.
No worries, lad. That's fucked.
It's the only good part. I've just got to make sure every Wednesday I've got beer in the house. Because podcasts, watching True Geordie, podcasts are so much better when you're drinking.
I mean, fair enough.
You're not having a cider? We're looking at them. I'll buy you a Christmas present, you've only drunk one. You better open yourself a cider.
No, because some motherfucker's going to finish it and you're going to switch it across to me, so...
No, they can't. Not next week, I'll be adding stuff for you.
Don't, bruv, come on.
This week, it's all me, I'm afraid.
I need to go get a bottle opener.
You don't know to crack it off the table? Has Aaron never taught you how to open a bottle with a piece of paper? Because he taught me.
No, let me text Nathan, see if he can bring me a bottle opener up.
Just crack it off the table?
No, because my table's delicate.
It's not.
Which one shall I have?
Middle.
Crumpton Oaks.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I did it! I'm so sick. First time you're gassed, admit it, you're gassed.
Right. I'm gonna be pissed. Right. What do you
Never tried
think?
this. It's actually really nice.
Nice. Should we get on our final subject?
Hold on, let me catch up with the comments. Callum's only just thrown his balls, give him time. Wait, claim. Reverse, we should be able to make Cal down it. No!
What is your table from IKEA? Where is your table from?
August, mate. And it took me about 3 hours to put it
Oh, actually, Brad, I got a bone to pick with you. You got a smaller version of my desk. You copied me.
How do you know?
Because you put it on Instagram.
I don't follow him. I don't know. I think I do. I follow a lot of people on it.
No. It's the same. It's the same. It's just mine's wider.
Hold on, I've got a question for Brad. Is he still sexually obsessed with Doctor Who?
I'm obsessed with Doctor Who. Doctor Who's the best thing on the planet.
Yeah, but Brad was sexually obsessed with it. Wider.
So, I see how it is. Right. Should we talk about our final? Because I've got a feeling people like Brad and Nat are going to have a lot of opinions on our final subject.
Do it.
Right. Our final subject, ladies and gentlemen, is the death of Tupac.
Don't say it like that, because it's debatable.
It's the death of Tupac. Right. So, on September 7th, 1996, so that was only just over a month before I was born. I'm 24 now. So 24 years ago. Am I 24? Yeah. I'm 24 now. I think.
Yeah.
I am 24, ain't I?
Right.
Fucking hell, I forgot my own age. I'm 24 now. So, 24 years ago, Tupac got shot. And ever since he has released bangers like the one with Elton John, Ghetto Gospel, a Ghetto Gospel, those who wish to follow me. My bad. But anyway, on the 7th of I can't even speak now. On the 7th of September 1996, Tupac and Suge Knight attended a Mike Tyson fight at the MGM Grand Vegas, Las Vegas. Yep. No, Suge Knight, if you don't know who Suge Knight is, he's a murderer. He's in jail now. I think he's still in jail. Google that for me, Cal. Suge Knight's still in jail. I'm sure he's in jail for murder. But anyway, they were both CEOs of a record label called Death Row Records. Obviously, most people know who Tupac is. I think Dr. Dre was a part owner and people like that. A lot of people involved in this record label. It was the proper gangster record label, because obviously we all know back then these
He was resentenced to 28 years in 2018.
There you go.
After pleading not guilty.
So a lot of people think the Death Row Records, a lot of rappers back then were still involved in the gangs. We all know about the Bloods and the Crips, the Bloods and the Crips and the KKK, if you're talking like Black Eyed Peas.
Blue, black and finally wear blue.
That's
you're
it.
Talking about Chris Brown and Little Dicky.
I think it's wrong. I mean, it was a different time back then, but obviously Chris Brown boasts about being a Blood. Me personally think it's wrong that someone of such a high status can be still part of a gang.
No, I don't think he was presenting that he was.
He said he's a blood.
He just presented that he believes in bloods.
But no, yeah. But my opinion is, whatever a gang believes in, you shouldn't believe because they're thugs. At the end of the day, if you're in a gang, you know what I mean. I won't even get onto the conversation about 6ix9ine.
You know what though? That's a massive.
You know what though? 6ix9ine.
In that sense, down to the fact of, and he pointed it out on Logan Paul's podcast when he was like, they said watch when he gets off a house arrest. He got off a house arrest. 2 days later, he was in the hood, shooting a video. Nothing happened to him. Like, how they're gonna let that slide? It don't make sense.
Yeah, but you cannot tell me, and this sounds really bad, and I really hope 6ix9ine don't see this because he'll probably get me shot. But you cannot tell me 6ix9ine's gonna live, with his 9 security guards, exactly. You cannot tell me, 6ix9ine is gonna live to be an old man and die of natural causes. I do not.
I think you'll see 2022.
I don't think there's a hope on this planet that will happen. But yeah. Shot by one of his security guards. Well, yeah. Well, the Mafia Army gang. I don't know.
The mafia of certain beliefs, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, I'm just not into that way of life, obviously. Tank knows more than anyone. Obviously, he lives in a country where owning a firearm is legal. You know what I mean? Me personally, I've done a lot of research. If you guys don't know, and Brothers knows because he was in it, I like writing plays. I like writing stories, directing, stuff like that. I wrote a play on the Columbine Massacre, which was a horrible school shooting that happened in America. Brad actually was starred in this play, and Brad knows how I feel that the reason guns were invented was to kill people. Final. Guns should never have been invented. Guns should not be allowed anywhere in the world. Guns are bad. There is no reason on this planet for someone to use a weapon, to use a gun. End of story. That's the way I feel. But we won't get into that.
Army.
But what about the army? My personal opinion, the British Army is there to... I'm a realist. I understand that there are bad people on the planet. I can't change that. No one can change that. Right. But I believe the British Army should be there. We use guns to get food. Explain that, Tank. Please explain that. Because I mean, if I'm a meat eater, I eat meat, and when we eat meat, we use it's still classed as a gun in a sense. We use a bolt gun.
I don't. I use an rifle.
Twat. So people who kill the meat we eat in this country use a bolt gun, which is basically what it says. It's basically a bolt that hits, like, say, a pig in the head, kills it, and then it's farmed for us to eat. The obese champ quote of 2020, guns are bad. Wow.
Champ.
Oh, what a prick! You're a prick!
Genocide for a big man.
But I do understand, and I'm not going to take away that, obviously, I don't want to offend anyone. in America, hunting and butchering, yeah, but obviously we do it different, and I believe everyone is allowed their own opinion on how they do things. My opinion is the bolt gun is the more humane way. But anyone's allowed their own opinion. I'm just viewing mine in a sense. You want about the military?
Bolt gun in your ass.
You want about the army, Cal? Unreal. I believe you're not going to eradicate evil. You cannot do it.
Yeah.
Don't start an argument between yourselves in the chat. We don't want that.
There's a shortage of meat in the UK, but there's a shortage of. Oh, fam. Oh, shit. Look at you started. You're fucked.
It's not sheltered at all. It's not sheltered at all. I grew up in a town where there is gun crime. And guns are illegal in the UK, but there is gun crime. I'm not sheltered from anything like that town. But I believe that you're on about the military, Cal. I believe you cannot eradicate evil. There are evil people on the planet. The military should be there to defend you from that evil, right?
Yeah.
So, to put it in layman's terms, we've got the UK, we've got the UK military. So the UK military should stay in the UK just in case someone tries to attack the UK to defend us, yes? So
Yeah.
I don't believe in the fact of sending them out to like Iraq and Afghan. Iraq and Afghan were wars that we had no involvement in. We shouldn't have had an involvement in. Iraq had their problems, yes, and we thought we decided to be that country that was like, well, we're the big I am. We are England. We are the UK. We've got to protect them. No, we don't. We're not the big I am. We've got our own problems.
Obviously, a lot of people argue human rights and stuff like this, which I'm all for. And the reason we went over there was because we have got one of the best armies. So Iraq don't have that. Iraq don't have the sort of shit we have. So we kind of went over there to train their soldiers as well as like help them. That's why a lot of stuff that happens now, they can deal for the South because of what we taught them. Because they had fuck all before us. I think that's why we went over there in the first place.
But and I disagree. We shouldn't have gone over there because I believe we made situations worse. That's just my belief. I say everyone's allowed their opinion. Tank, obviously.
Hold on, I'm missing this.
I can appreciate people using guns for hunting and that. I understand that. I'm a meat eater. Vegans and vegetarians won't understand that, but I can understand that. Fine, that is fine. But I find one of the biggest problems, and this is from an outsider, one of the biggest problems America has because of gun crime is it's too easy to get hold of a gun.
In America.
Watch Michael, is it Michael Myers? Beck, comment his name. Yeah, Larry gives us a good theory because he lives in the country, he knows. He knows what it's like. Documentaries and things I've watched, it's very easy to get, even if you're underage, which proved it with Tank. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Columbine Massacre, but with the Columbine Massacre it proved how easy it is for underage people to get hold of a gun in the US, and that is the problem, how easy it is. It's getting easier in the UK to get hold of the Michael Moore. Yeah, he done a documentary which I suggest everyone watch if you're into stuff like that, called Bowling for Columbine. Now, when I first watched it, I thought this was just going to be a documentary like every other one about the Columbine massacre. But he goes more in depth. He goes into gun crime itself. And when he filmed this documentary, there was a bank. A bank. Now, if you're going to rob a bank, what do you use, Cal?
A gun.
Exactly. A bank had this deal on that if you sign up and become part of their bank, they will give you a free rifle. Michael Moore went into this bank and basically went, I've signed up, do I get my rifle? And they just give him the rifle. He could have literally stood up and gone, right there, give me all the money in the vault. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's so easy.
Security would have been a lot higher as well.
I also saw that it could have been prevented and stopped before it started. There were plenty of warnings. You're right, Tank. When it comes to Columbine, as I wrote a play on it on what Tank's referring to is Eric and Dylan Klebold, more so Dylan Klebold and Eric Harris. Eric Harris? Oh, I might have forgot his name.
Now, bro, I thought you wrote a play on it.
I know, yeah, I might have forgot his name now. I think it's Eric Harris, but more Eric than Dylan. Eric could have been stopped by the police that many times. There was that much stuff that he did, robbing a van and stuff like that, which could have led the police to investigating to prevent this massacre. And the police didn't do nothing. Which, as 2020 has proved, the police in the US hasn't been the greatest.
I think
the police in the UK
everywhere.
Yeah, and back to the point I was making. The point I was making is obviously it's so easy for people to get a gun in the US, and that's why this problem is happening with gun crime. If I understand the world and there's bad people, and the US is a big point, the US should be able to make guns legal and not worry, because them guns are used for hunting and getting food and stuff. But it's not. I understand there's evil in the world and we have to defend ourselves, but you should never go out looking for evil, and that was the point. But bringing it back round to Tupac and his death. So September 7th, 1996, they went to watch a Mike Tyson fight, right? And in the casino lobby after the fight, Tupac, which I'm guessing Tupac was a blood. It is just where you look, cities are a lot worse.
I'll come to you in a minute.
Yeah, I get that take. I totally understand. Obviously, I'm from the UK, so I just see what I see on the news and stuff like that. But that's just my personal opinion about guns. If I had the option to own a gun, I'd probably refuse. I don't believe in them. And that was just the point I was making, mate. Anyone's allowed their own opinion. I will never ever take that away from someone.
What part of America does Tank live in?
New York. New York State, I think. So it's just like outside of New York City. But that's it. There is gun crime in the UK, and as I say, if I had the option to own a gun, I'd refuse. I just don't believe in that. Anyone's allowed to believe in what they believe in. I will not discriminate against that. As I say, it's just my opinion. But back to Tupac. I'm guessing Tupac was a blood because In the casino lobby after the Mike Tyson fight, Tupac had a run-in with a Crips gang member called Orlando Anderson, and there was a little fight. Fillmore, New York.
The same guy who was accused of killing Biggie.
Which I'm sure he died before Biggie, so I don't know how that works.
Yeah, that's what it was linked to. Because there's
no, I mean, I'm sure.
Died and it was linked in.
No, I'm sure Orlando Anderson died before Biggie died.
I don't think he did.
Google it while I'm talking. But anyway, Orlando Anderson, there was an altercation and there was a fight, and Tupac's geezers and the Crips geezers, they were fighting anyway. Tupac and Suge Knight once the fight was split up, and you know, Tupac and Suge Knight left, and they was heading for Club 662. Right. As far as I know, Suge Knight's suggestion that was to head to this club. So Suge Knight was driving, Tupac was in the passenger seat, and 10 cars, an entourage of 10 cars was following them, all the mates going to party. No, what?
Orlando Anderson died at least 2 years after Biggie.
Ah. So, they either stopped at, because obviously, again, and Tanko fell us in more on this, in the UK we don't have stop signs. We have traffic lights, but we don't have stop signs. We just have junctions, and you got to pull up, look left and right, and if you can go, if it's cleared, you go. We don't have stop signs. So they either stopped at a stop sign or traffic lights. And a Cadillac pulled up next to him on the passenger side, which is obviously where Tupac was sitting. Yeah.
Yeah.
This Cadillac opened 14 shots on the car, the Tupac's car, Suge Knight's car. Tupac was hit 4 times, twice in the chest, once in the arm, and once in the thigh. Fired 14 gunshots into the car. Tupac hit 4 times, once. One of them shots punctured Tupac's lung.
Yeah.
Suge Knight was not was not shot at all. He was injured by a bullet fragment that hit in the head, but it was nothing serious. Now, my question is, you're sitting next to someone in a car. Now, the shooter is not military trained. I can tell you that now.
Well, I'm pretty sure that Tupac was in an SUV type car.
Which would have been higher.
Than a Cadillac, because a Cadillac is pretty low.
Yeah.
So the shooter would have been hanging out the car. To hit him in his thigh, he's got to be near enough hanging inside the car.
Nah, because it has been proven bullets can go through the door of the car and hit someone. Bullets are powerful things, you know what I mean?
There's still 14 shots fired. Where did them other bullets go? Because 14 shots didn't hit.
This is my point. How Suge Knight's sitting next to Tupac. This geezer is not a marksman, gunsman, because otherwise all 14 shots would have hit Tupac. Only 4 shots out of the 14 hit Tupac. That means 10 shots missed him. That means this geezer was a shit aim. You know what I mean? Now, I understand some shots would have hit the car and not gone through, whatever. But how did not one of them bullets hit Shock? That tells me Suge Knight knew how to avoid these bullets, if it was ducking down or doing something, and a bullet fragment hit Suge Knight in the head, and probably scratched his head or something. The research I did, it injured him, but it weren't serious. But Tupac didn't die that night. A lot of people think Tupac died on the scene, but he didn't. Tupac actually stayed alive for another 6 days.
Mad. No, because they started to drive away
I think Tupac's researched this. I think Tank's researched this, sorry, not Tupac. Tupac's dead.
Hey!
But still, 14 shots at the car and you're telling me Suge Knight didn't get hit once. I don't know, that's weird to me.
It doesn't seem possible. 14 shots fired, 4 hits Tupac. Where the fuck are the other 10 bullets?
Exactly. Where are but that's it. Where? And that's the biggest question. Where are them other 10 bullets? 10 bullets was fired. 4. You're accounted for 4. Where's the other 10? How is not one of them hit Suge Knight? Because if you go on Tank's point, they're driving. So you drive past. One of the bullets is hitting Suge Knight. I do not care what anyone says. He wasn't a big man though. He was quite short and thin. Suge Knight was a big man. He was huge. He was but yeah, Tupac was ripped, but he wasn't tall, and he wasn't. You know what I mean? Tupac was a small man in a sense. Exactly. Exactly. This is my problem. But Suge Knight, he only got injured in the head from a bullet fragment. The doctors kept Tupac alive for 6 days until Tupac's mom said, "Enough's enough, stop treatment," and that's when basically, and that's when Tupac died. So
I think Tank's on about Big when he says, because he just said wrong person. I think he's on about Big.
Are you on about Notorious Big?
Yeah, I think he's on about that person, to be fair, because Big was massive.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's why it was called Notorious Big.
My point about Tupac, right, and it always baffles my brain, and I have this argument on a daily basis.
Right.
So 14 bullets was fired, yeah? 4 hit him, and he survived for 6 days, and then couldn't possibly go any longer. Yeah?
Yeah.
So he lost his life to 4 bullets. 50 Cent was shot 21 times, 27 times, something stupid like that.
No, 50 Cent was shot 9 times. No, I mean, I don't know, but the gunman might have shot more than 9 times, but 9 bullets hit 50 Cent.
One hit him in the near enough his chest area, like his throat area, and he survived.
Did you know, still to this day, 50 Cent has a bullet in his tongue?
Yeah, he showed it on the Jonathan Rush.
Yeah, if 50 Cent, I mean, not that this, on his nan's doorstep, you're right, Brad, not that this all could ever happen to anyone like us. I mean, I think it would be a dream come true if it did, though. If 50 Cent ever come up to you and said, "Feel my tongue," and you felt his tongue, you'd actually feel the bullet fragment that's still in his tongue.
If I ever meet 50 Cent, I'm going to ask to feel his tongue.
Oh, yeah, of course. Well, actually...
10 minutes away from me.
Yeah, I know, in New York. But Julie Walters, who's from Smethwick.
Yeah.
You guys probably know who Julie Walters is. No, she didn't. That was Frank Skinner. Julie Walters, she was in Harry Potter. She played Ron Weasley's mom. She was in Mamma Mia. Massive actress. She actually got to feel 50 Cent's tongue on the Graham Norton show and feel the bullet. So there's still a bullet 10 bullets lodged in the car, hence knowing there's 14 rounds fired. But you're right, it's odd. It was so precise on Tupac. Obviously, he was the one intended to kill. One bullet hit Tupac and punctured a lung, hence the death. Hey, dude, can I just feel your tongue? Different hospitals are able to do different things when it comes to trauma. We have hospitals in Bay only to trauma. Okay.
But it just...
But, as I say...
seems all too mad that you can get shot in the throat and survive.
Yeah, but as I say, 50 Cent was shot 9 times, whatever. Don Bullet sitting, he's still got a body in his tongue. But back to Tupac. The suspects are obviously Orlando Anderson.
Yeah.
There was a fight in the casino. It makes sense. Orlando Anderson shot Tupac.
Opposite gangs, the fight in the casino,
plus,
linked together.
Yeah, Anderson was later shot. And so before the police could solve the case of Tupac, it could have been Anderson. We don't know, because before police could solve the case of Tupac's death, Anderson was shot and killed himself. So they lost that lead. They can't arrest a dead man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Another suspect, which is getting on to where you are, Cal. Ben knows an awful lot about this driver. Notorious Big. Now, Notorious Big was a former friend of Tupac's. They were good mates. They was in the rap game together.
Icons.
Until the East Coast and West Coast rap rivalry. So a feud began, which was started by Notorious Big in 1994, 2 years before Tupac died. Notorious Big released a song called Who Shot Ya, which is claimed to be about Tupac being shot and robbed in New York, which happened I don't know what year that happened, but it was pre-1994. It was in 1994.
Yeah.
But obviously, so when he died, it wasn't the first time Pac was shot. You know what I mean? He was shot and robbed in New York previous to that. And this song, the Notorious Big, it's claimed to be about that. Tupac being shot and robbed in New York. 2 years later, Tupac released a song called Hit 'Em Up. Now, this song, Tupac claimed to have had an affair with Biggie's wife, Faith Evans. Now, if you don't know Faith Evans, right, now this is a funny situation. Faith Evans was the singer who released that song with P. Diddy, which was a cover of the Police song, Every Step I Take. Every step I take. You know P. Diddy's version?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the woman singer?
Yeah.
That's Faith Evans. She was married to Notorious Big. Which makes me laugh, because obviously Eminem was it the Machine Gun Kelly diss track? He said Diddy killed
Tupac.
Yeah, Diddy killed Tupac.
The day you put out a hit, the day Diddy admits he put the hit that got Pac killed.
Yeah. Obviously, so that's a mad connection. But yeah, so Faith Evans was married, and later she denied any affair happening.
Yeah.
Police was investigating Biggie for the death of Tupac, but 6 months after Tupac died, Biggie was shot and killed in a drive-by when he was leaving a party in Los Angeles. That case is also unsolved.
The place that, a fun fact, and I only know this because of something I watched the other day, the place that Biggie got shot by has actually got a plaque on the wall. It's no longer what it used to be, because I think the building he was outside of was a club. I
Right.
don't think it's a club anymore. I may be wrong. Never been to LA, so I don't know. It's actually got a plaque outside dedicated to Biggie, and it's got lyrics and shit like that, and dates and everything like that.
Oh man.
Yeah. I'd love to go.
Yeah. These were icons. Tupac, Biggie. Mate, their music is class.
Legends of the game. Hey, Biggie, Biggie, can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me.
But they were class. I mean, and it's mad how rappers that are still huge today was connected in this situation. You got Snoop Dogg. There were a lot of people think Snoop Dogg because it's quite common knowledge that Snoop Dogg is a murderer.
Snoop Dogg's a legend. Let's not even get onto this topic. Snoop Dogg.
And people are like, well, why is Snoop Dogg not in jail? A lot of people think Snoop Dogg's a grass. But that's a different story. But you got Dr. Dre who was involved in this. Even Eminem was involved in it to an extent. But I had my theory on this, and it comes to Dr. Dre. You had the Bloods and the Crips. They're still around now, but they were huge back in the 90s, yeah? I think there was one man who oversaw it all, let them do what they want, but he was the puppet master. And I believe that man was Dr. Dre. Think about it. Eminem was friends with all these gangsters, yeah? But he was never fully involved. Why? Because Dr. Dre had Eminem under his wing. I believe Dr. Dre sat there and went, I'm the gaffer, you've got your two gangs, do what you want, if you hate each other, but I'm the gaffer. One rule, you don't touch this man here, which was Eminem.
Do you think Dre had his favourite?
Eminem's always been Dre's favourite.
No, the gangs. Because Beats by Dre,
the
first colour of them was red. I believe Dre's a blood.
But it's, I mean, Laura's on about famous people don't get sentenced. In a sense, yes, I agree, Laura. I just think that was the time where 50 Cent is very open. See, I disagree, Brad, because if he's the puppet master and he ran everything, I don't think I think there was things in place to make sure he wouldn't get shot.
Fuck all nowadays.
Yeah, well, we'll get onto that in a minute. I don't know. There's something about Dre that seems like he's the intelligent person in this whole situation. In everything that happened back then. You got 50 Cent. Now 50 Cent, respectfully, is open about his past. Even though he was a rapper, he was still one of the biggest drug lords going. He still was shotting. This, that, the other. Now, now when it comes to 50 Cent, he was rapping, he was known for rapping, yet he was still doing it, hence he got shot 9 times. Now, 50 Cent's very open about his past. There's films about his past and what he was into. There's a game, one of the best games on PlayStation 2 was the 50 Cent one. I loved 50 Cent. I'm sure it was called, the game as well was called Get Rich Die Trying, but I could be wrong. If you do know the name of the game, comment in the chat, but I'm sure it was the same, Get Rich Die Trying or something along them lines. But mate, that I remember Nathan playing that game and me watching him playing that game on PlayStation 2, and that game was fucking awesome. 50 Cent's always been open about his past. Eminem, we know he was friends with these kind of people. We know by the song Toy Soldier, he was involved with these kind of people, but he's never really been involved in these situations. It's like he knew what was going on, but he weren't involved. That tells me Dre was the boss.
Yeah.
Of everything.
But going back to Laura's comment earlier on about the rich don't, or the famous don't get sentenced.
What about Jeffrey Epstein?
Well, that. But sticking on the topic of rap and stuff like that, you'd go on about 6ix9ine and stuff like that. 6ix9ine got given 2 options. He got told 48 years or you snitch. He openly come out and said since, I snitched happily. I don't particularly agree with that because, I'm sorry, I understand, I believe in the saying, the gang life chooses you, you don't choose it. But even still, whether you're a part of that or not, you know what, no matter what it is, it could be like us in school or something like that over the smallest little thing. You don't rat on your boys. That's just an unwritten rule, and he broke that one rule. So loyalty means nothing. I still think he should have been sentenced.
Yeah.
But do I think he didn't get sentenced because of the fame? I do, yes.
My personal opinion, lying is acceptable in certain situations. Right, hear me out. So 6ix9ine was offered 40 odd years in jail, or he was able to snitch, yeah?
Yeah.
Now if I was the copper in that situation, I would have told him that, he would have snitched, and then I would have gone, hey, guess what? 40 odd years in jail.
Yes.
Yeah, because he's a criminal. He does not deserve the money. Why is it, yeah? And this is the biggest problem I have, right? I work hard for a living and I'm on fuck all. My wage pays my bills, and mate, I can't even drink that often and enjoy myself. That's how shit my wage is. And I work an honest living. I don't do no crime, right? So how come someone who can do the crime he's done is able to come out of jail and have millions of pounds, millions of dollars waiting for him? Mate, that winds me up.
See, I hate the fact that I technically partaked, I don't think that's a word, but we'll move, of giving that man money, because
Don't agree with all
when he
that.
came out of prison, I listened to Gooba. His first single since coming out of prison, I listened to Gooba. Just down to the fact of, just like a lot of people did, of it was his say. We got to hear his side of the story. Away from the paper, away from the press.
But I don't think he did, because he made a mockery with that song of what happened.
Yeah, he kind of made a piss take out of it and a joke and stuff like that. But it was his way of telling us how he felt and what he saw.
I understand that. See, I was kind of a hypocrite, because when 6ix9ine come out of jail and he was released this music, I was like, I refuse to listen to this music. I refuse to give someone like him a platform. But at the same time I was saying that, I was listening to songs like I Got Murder on My Mind and Your Love Is Suicidal.
Wake up in the morning.
And I got murder on my mind. Yeah, sorry. AK-47 Glad. Yeah. I was also, one of my favourite songs was Your Love Is Suicidal. For me, your love it. Yeah, right. Which is YMW Melly. Right.
Suicidal is...
They're both the same, yeah. No, they're both the same singer.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. I was listening to them yesterday.
You are incorrect, my friend. Ready?
He was involved in both of them.
He was was involved in both of them, but he wasn't the main artist.
Yeah, but he was involved in both of them. No, he's just been sentenced to. He's just got the death sentence. I don't know if things have changed, but last time I read, he got the death sentence. I did not know this, and I really enjoyed them songs. Then I found out he was actually in jail. He got the death sentence, whatever.
I don't think people realise that Murder on My Mind was a true story. I think that was the maddest thing.
I was one of them.
Because a lot of people heard it through TikTok of Addison Rae and stuff like that doing
money made and earned by them, so no one, not even the governor's bodies, can lay claim to it, because to celebrities this sort of thing is but that's it. I can't support crime, but I can support art.
I know it word for word.
No.
Which one? Murder on My
Which
Mind?
one, Tank? I can't support crime, but I can support art. Right. If 6ix9ine had come out of Champs Stitch, fuck you. If 6ix9ine had come out of jail and released a banger, probably could have listened. I wouldn't like the guy, but I probably could have listened to it. And I feel like that's what I weren't a fan of Goober and stuff like that. YNW Melly's, or whatever his name is, the 2 songs I listen to of his are such good songs, because I'm a fan of songs that have meaning. Eminem, back to Eminem, his latest 2 albums, obviously Music to Be Murdered By and Music to Be Murdered By Side B. Awesome. Guess what? What's one of my favourite songs from that album? Music to Be Murdered By.
Go on.
Go on, guess.
Trying to think of the songs in the album. Is Godzilla on the album?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it Godzilla by any chance?
Nah. My favourite song on that album is Darkness.
Okay.
I don't wanna be alone in the darkness. Yeah?
Yeah.
Because I remember watching the news when the Vegas shooting happened.
Yeah.
It was a horrible, heartbreaking moment. People who, I like going to concerts, I like going to festivals, listening to music. Music makes the world turn, I believe. No matter what you're going through in life, there's a song that relates to it. That's what I believe. Yeah. Music makes the world turn. So to go to stuff that, and people go to, and someone to kill those people and make a mass shooting like the Las Vegas shooting was. I remember watching it on the news and how heartbreaking it was. Eminem come out and wrote a song that no one other than him on this planet would have the balls to do, I believe. I believe Eminem writing a song from the killer's point of view, that is ballsy. That is...
Yeah.
You can... You know, there's a song about the Columbine Massacre. All the other kids in the pumped up kicks, you better run, outrun my gun. You know that song, don't you? Yeah. It's about the Columbine Massacre. But Eminem, but he sort of beat it around the bush. Eminem didn't beat around the bush. He went, look, this is what happened. I am speaking from the shooter's point of view. This is what happened in this massacre, this horrible event in history. This is the problem we've got. We need to fix it. Eminem got straight to the point. I can respect that.
Going to Tank's comment, Godzilla is my favourite. I also agree, Godzilla is my favourite. Down to the fact of, I love Eminem.
And you love Juice WRLD.
And I love Juice. So seeing them both come together was just amazing, and it's a great song.
Godzilla's great because Eminem released Rap God, and was very...
What?
Yeah,
What the
that's
verse?
it. Eminem released Rap God and created a world record of the world's fastest rap.
He set a record.
And then he was like, nah, fuck it, I'm gonna beat it. And he went and beat it.
Because during that time, there was shitloads of artists who tried to beat that.
Exactly.
Who tried to beat that record, and no one could. It is crazy, but I think it's going to be interesting to see what next year holds, music-wise and history-wise. I'm excited.
But anyway, we keep going off subject, which I knew we ended up would, because we've got a fabulous chat who bring in these points. Back to Tupac. So obviously the suspect's notorious big. I've said that. Obviously Suge Knight, which this is the one I believe is most true. A lot of people say Suge Knight was involved in the murder. I do believe Suge Knight is not a guy I would trust personally.
Yeah.
And as I say, he's still in jail now because of the kind of person he is. But a lot of people think Suge Knight had something to do with the Tupac murder, because there was talks that Tupac wanted to leave the label Death Row Records. He wanted to start up his own label, and a lot of people believe Suge Knight had Tupac killed because of this.
Okay.
But yeah, I can see that. As I say, Suge Knight, I don't know, he's just a weird bloke, man. There's something about him that you look at him and you go, yeah, he is guilty.
Can't trust him.
Yeah. But later, in 2017, a new documentary put a theory out saying that Sharitha Gardner, which was... Oh wait, I'm confused. 2 seconds, sorry. I've just got to reread what I've wrote. Oh yeah, sorry. Sharitha Gardner, who was Suge Knight's wife, and Reggie Willis, who was the Death Row Records head security guard, plotted to kill Suge Knight. That was a theory. They wanted to take over Death Row Records. His wife denied all claims of that, but in 2017 that theory came out. So do you think that she wanted control of Death Row Records and thought maybe she tried to kill Suge Knight, it failed, so then she thought, well, if I can't kill this man, I will kill his biggest star, Tupac?
Yeah, and then also, like you said, you possibly believe it's him. So maybe the thought was, alright, then if I can't kill this man, how about I get him out of the picture?
Exactly.
If I can't make him dead if I can't get him out of the picture by killing him, how about I just send him down for a very long time?
Exactly.
Which obviously, like I said earlier, 2018 he pleaded not guilty and got another 28 years.
Exactly.
Which is a long fucking time.
And the final point I made, right, and this is where the conversation will be going, so if you have an opinion, jump in the chat. Tupac didn't die at all. Theories are he lives in Cuba and he faked his own death. Go.
Tupac's not dead.
Okay.
I tried to do a cool walk away, but it didn't work.
Wow. I need another toilet. I do have to have another toilet break. These people have killed me tonight. 2 seconds.
I'm going to talk to you more about my rap career tomorrow. Yeah, as I was saying beforehand, I'm gonna be famous. I'm gonna be a rapper. I'm gonna be better than Eminem. Facts. Also, Tupac's not dead. Biggie's not dead, and Elvis isn't dead either. Neither is Michael Jackson. It's all fake. Life is fake. This year's been shit. Who's still here? Um, Brad, is he still here? Yeah. Listen, I'm no good at this stuff, so I'm afraid that I'm gonna go silent for a bit because I can't keep a convo going like Obese can. He's a champ at talking, I will give him that. So how about we just have a staring contest? I'm afraid I lost.
Say again.
I'm afraid I lost.
Lost what?
I said you're a champ at talking, that's about it. I'm afraid that I'm not good at talking, so we're just gonna have a staring contest instead.
Wow. Yankees with Brim, oh my god.
I don't get it.
Yeah, thank you. You'll have to explain that because, yeah. I'm guessing it's the New York Yankees,
Obviously.
which I
Who else is it gonna
think is New York Yankees a baseball team.
Correct.
Right. But anyway, Brimby's probably a player for him.
Yankees with Brim. Yeah, but what's he with?
He's with the Yankees. He's a player for the Yankees. Maybe he's been injured, or I don't know. But anyway,
God knows.
so Tupac still being alive. God,
He is.
you believe that?
Like I said to the chat, there's a lot of celebrities that they like to make you think are dead, but are not.
See,
It's a meme.
though it's a
Okay.
meme. I disagree with you. I do believe Tupac's dead. You know why?
Go on.
For someone to fake their death like he did, other people would have to be involved, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, one comment you made earlier was about loyalty and it not existing. In this modern day of age, loyalty in such a situation does not exist. And these people who know about Tupac, if he's still alive, and are covering for him, know that they will get the biggest payout of their life if they go, Tupac's alive, this is where he lives. They would have done it by now. Unless he was actually dead.
He said legit. Legit to what, mate? Tupac being alive?
But you know what I mean? I believe if he was alive, someone would have grasped him up and said, this is where he is, you can go and find him. But no one has.
Your other theory of a lot of people who are with Tupac or on Tupac's side are either in prison or could be dead by now.
But no, because
they stuck to the hood game.
yeah, but
To that life.
there's still going to be people out there that if he is alive, there's still going to be people out there that know he's alive, and then people would have grasped him up for the cash. It's just the way the world runs nowadays. I believe he's got to be gone. I mean, there has been a couple of sightings. There was a sighting in 2014 at the Bet Awards when he photobombed someone's photo. Allegedly.
Photobomb someone's video.
He was also spotted at a Celtic versus Warrior game, which is basketball. He was spotted in the audience there.
And Celtics, I know.
Yeah. I remember when I was in school, someone spoke about a picture of him where he was wearing trainers that were released in 2007 or something around that.
Who was it? I think it may have been Triple X. Or
Like that. There was a photo.
I can hear you.
sorry, right. I think it may have been Triple X or someone like that. Who there was a photo taken of him, and he had an iPhone 11 or something like that, or whatever. The new phone was there when he died 3 years before it even came out. So how's he got that fucking phone?
That's it. You'll always get things like that, but I believe Tupac did die. Because I do believe that the world we live in now in modern society, if he was alive, people who know he's alive would have grassed him up for the money, because that would be the biggest payout he'll ever have. People said they spotted Elvis and stuff like that. It's going to happen if you're a celebrity and you die.
See, I've always grew up saying that Elvis now works in a cafe and he's cooking me bacon sandwich. But that was just a saying. But I don't think Elvis is dead. I don't think Michael Jackson is dead. I don't think Tupac's dead. I don't think Juice WRLD is dead. Any of them, I don't think they're not dead.
So, what, you believe they're all immortal?
No, okay, Elvis maybe, but he didn't die when everyone said he did.
No, I disagree. I believe people...
MJ's still alive.
Nah,
Tupac's still alive.
I disagree. I believe people look too much into this stuff. Michael Jackson died.
I think it got a bit too much for them.
I believe all of them died when people said they died. It's not as easy as you may think to fake your own death. And I believe there are people out there that would just grass you up straight away, because, as I said, the payout for turning around and going, oh, you know so-and-so, yeah, he's still alive, I'll tell you where he is. That payout is unbelievable, and money talks.
I'm telling you now, Tupac's still alive and you ain't believing me.
Because I know for a fact you're not mates with fucking Tupac.
Aye, me and Pat go way back.
You dickhead.
But I don't think Tupac's alive just because I think it got a bit too much. I don't think Michael Jackson's dead because, again, I think it got too much because he was getting a lot of accusations put towards him.
No, disagree.
And, again, due to sightings.
Disagree.
Due to sightings. I don't think he's dead because he literally told us he's not dead.
Michael Jackson's accusations happened years before he died. He died on when he was doing his comeback tour. And so the accusations was many years before he died, so it can't be anything to do with that. If he did fake his own death. He just died.
It would have still got a bit much for him, because he was always had something said against him.
Yeah, but so is everybody. Cliff Richard has been proved innocent. Cliff Richard was wrongly accused of paedophilia, yet he ain't died. He ain't faked his own death. The camera's literally everywhere. If anyone of a massive profile was still alive, it would have been leaked years ago. No one can keep that much of a secret, and I agree with Brad. You know how close I live to my work, yeah?
Yeah.
They say that without me knowing, me travelling from my house to my workplace, I am on over 100 cameras. In modern society, if you're to fake your own death, you're going to be caught on a camera and it's going to come out. It's just how life is.
I think what gets it for me is the out in the open stuff that no one seems to pick up on.
Mm.
Like, not to keep going on about him, but Juice WRLD literally told us there's gonna be a time where you lot are gonna think I'm dead. When I'm gonna go to the mountains, I'm gonna cut it down. I'm gonna write some of the best music I've ever written. 6 months later, the guy dies. He's in the mountains. I am telling you for a fact. 3 years time, he's coming back with some of the best shit he's ever wrote. Watch this back. Clip it. Fucking clip this shit right now. I am telling you that for a fact.
No, because he wouldn't be able to do that, because he'd literally come back and be like, oh look guys, I'm not dead, here's a song. People would be like, no, fuck your song. You're dead, what's going on? You know what I mean? The guy's dead.
I won't. I'll be like, shit, finally we got some decent music back. I don't have to listen to fucking 6ix9ine all the while and Jake Paul.
The guy is dead. Everyone is being watched. Everything you do online, no matter how many times you delete your browser history or turn your location off, you're being watched. Plus, if Pac ever came back, he'd get shot again.
That's why he won't come back.
But that's true though.
He didn't want the fame.
That's true though. You're on camera constantly. You can't get away with shit like that, my personal opinion.
I don't know. We'll have this conversation in 3 years' time when Juice WRLD's just put out a #1 record.
Wow. Yeah, but that, even so, Tupac died in 1996. He's released albums since, but he's still dead.
So is Juice.
Exactly.
Juice's album came out obviously not long ago, November I think it was. He's also got another album set to come out in February.
No.
Just because he had unreleased music that was set, like...
Elvis had an album come out 2 or 3 years ago with the Royal Harmonic.
Mad.
You know what I mean? And Elvis has been dead fucking donkey's years. That means nothing. It means honestly nothing.
It's one of those. But since as we're on the topic of music, I do want to ask you one thing, because we've mentioned him a lot tonight, and I want to ask you one thing before we go. Eminem.
Right?
Should he quit now?
No.
Why?
Eminem.
Still as good as it used to be.
Was we on about Juice WRLD because he'd got shot as well?
Juice WRLD had a seizure. Apparently.
Right. The music industry, a lot of people have proved that no matter how, it's not like any other industry where you retire and the baby. It's where you can. The music industry, you never lose that talent. Eminem has... Don't get me wrong, Eminem... Do you think Eminem's going to get shot? I don't believe so. I think he's too much in the public eye now. I think times have changed in the rap industry when it comes to like the Eminem situation. I believe people like Eminem, 50 Cent and Snoop Dogg and that are literally just celebrities now, and they live the high life. And Cal's broke his mic. Yeah, Cal's broke his mic. The plugs come out and everything, so we probably won't be able to hear him. Oh no, I think he's plugged his headset in. You plugged your headset in? Callum? You plugged your headset in or no? Oh. Cal's mic's broke, so I'll have to talk. No. This is just funny to watch to me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
There we go.
But yeah, I just believe it's the only way Eminem's going to... I mean, no one lives forever, sadly. But when it comes to Eminem, don't get me wrong, he's released some songs that are a bit, they're not the greatest, but he has released some of the best songs that's ever been written and will go down in history. Like, honestly, some of his music...
Who is the favourite child? Me. Every day, me. But we'll have that conversation in a minute. I think Eminem should put down the pen. I think he's done now.
Nah. I believe
he's good. He's very good.
I believe he's got a lot to offer, especially when it comes to political raps.
This is the thing. Eminem is good, and like you say, talent don't go. But he hasn't grown with the times. Who would have thought Machine Gun Kelly would have Eminem on the ropes? Yes, Eminem destroyed him, but MGK had him on the ropes.
MGK come out with a good rap. Right, Eminem come out with this rap, and it mentioned Machine Gun Kelly. It was just a throwaway rap. If Eminem wanted to kill Machine Gun Kelly in that first rap, he could have, but it was just and then Machine Gun Kelly come out with a diss track, and yes, it had good points, and Eminem was just like, oh, well done, now it's time to die, and that's what he did. And what happened to Machine Gun Kelly? He stopped rapping, he became a rocker.
But Rap Devil contained a lot of points that there was a lot of people who was scared to make. Got bodied after his first try, and now he's making Rebone.
But that's true.
I think there was a lot of points. Don't get me wrong, Eminem won it. Eminem destroyed him with Killshot. Killshot was a banger. But I think there was a lot of points made that people need to realise, sit back and go, shit, he's got a point.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean Eminem should put the pen down. What you gotta remember is
better with time.
But he is.
With music.
He is. Look at this latest album he's released. It's literally getting better with time. He's just because he's not rapping about drugs and hoes.
We look back at when all the beef happened between them. The album that had just come out was Kamikaze. It was one of the worst Eminem albums I've ever heard in my life.
And
it was shite.
Like I said, a lot of Eminem has made some questionable songs. So has every artist. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, every artist made questionable songs. But what Eminem's just released with Music to Be Murdered By, as I say, Darkness as being my prime example, is songs that make you think, and it doesn't take away the talent he's got. He created a record, and then he thought, fuck it, I'll go and beat my own record. And I honestly believe even at his age now, you're telling him to drop the pen. I think in a couple of years he could turn around and go, you know, I'm bored, I will beat my own record again. I think he could rap faster than Godzilla.
I also think there's artists out there who could give him a run for his money with the fastest rap.
To be fair, I think some of Eminem raps now are less about actual being lyrical skillful and more about how many words can I piss out in 30 seconds with no more meaning. I agree. But Eminem also does release the most meaningful songs. All his old songs, a lot of Eminem's songs were about his daughter Hailey. Back in the day, you had When I'm Gone, you had Mockingbird, all songs like that. Toy Soldier, that was a song about rappers dying. You know what I mean? And gun crime and gang crime and stuff like that. Eminem can take a situation. Eminem's rap about Trump, his freestyle about Trump, phenomenal. Eminem can take what he believes in, write a rap about it, and that's the kind of rappers you need. It gets boring when every other song is about fucking hoes and slapping bitches and I do this drug and my cock's this size. That gets boring.
He always will be a legend. But I think that there's rappers out there who can take over from what he started, such as Logic. I feel Logic is a modern day Eminem.
Yes. I think Eminem hopes that.
Time for Eminem to step down and let someone else take the front.
Nah, I think Eminem hopes that. I think Eminem knows that he's got to have rappers to take over the legacy. 50 Cent knows he's got to have rappers to take over the legacy. Otherwise, what's the point in having a legacy? But it doesn't mean you quit. Does that mean it just means that you have inspired some of the best music on the planet. Don't quit something you're good at.
But it's not quitting, it's kind of stepping back. Stepping down. Like, give someone a chance.
But he has. He doesn't release an album as often as every other music artist. It's every now and then. 50 Cent released a song or an album, and Eminem released a song or an album. They're letting the younger people get their option, but they still know that they love their career and they love their job and they never want to lose it. So every now and then they come out and they go, "Hey, we're still here, don't forget about us." Boom, I'll drop that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
We're going to end it there then?
I do think it's a good idea to wrap it up. It's been...
got to eat my food and order my food.
Yeah, same. Episode 1 has been fantastic. I believe you enjoyed it.
It has been brilliant. I've enjoyed it, yeah.
I do thank everyone for joining us. And yes, we will be streaming live Boxroom Talk on the Obese channel on Twitch. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eventually we might get a Boxroom Talk Twitch, but for now we are just on the Obese channel. But Deadshots19 has got his own Twitch channel. He doesn't stream that often at the moment, but if you guys jump over, drop him a follow. If he gets them followers up, he might get the motivation to stream on his own channel more often, so then we can build the community. Boxroom Talk also has a YouTube channel, which if you've thoroughly enjoyed tonight's podcast, it will be live on the Boxroom Talk YouTube channel at 8 p.m. British Standard Time on Sunday, which Deadshot and Callum is in charge of, so if it's not, he's the guy to send hate to. But honestly, if you've enjoyed it, tell your friends. If you've enjoyed it, go, "Oi, geezer, watch this Sunday YouTube." But like and subscribe on YouTube if you are watching it on YouTube. Let's say Sundays 8 p.m. It'll be live. It won't be live. It'll broadcast on YouTube. But as I say, if you want to watch it live, 6 p.m. every Wednesday. This has been Boxroom Talk. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've been the Obese Champ. He has been
Deadshot 19.
He ain't got a clue who he has been. We'll rehearse that for next time. But honestly, thank you for joining us, guys. I've enjoyed it. Have you enjoyed it?
I've absolutely enjoyed it, yes.
And I hope you've enjoyed it. Good night, God bless. Have a good new year, guys. And I'll see you in 2021.